Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Thursday, September 12th, 2013. Thank you all for tuning in. We're going to jump right into the charts here. We're going to start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. You're going to see that the futures are trading lower by about a half a point at the moment to around 1688 and a quarter per contract. No big movement one way or the other at the moment. The market is a little bit stretched or overbought into resistance on the daily chart. So to see the markets simmer down or even pull back a little bit would not be a shocker. I'm not sure if that's exactly going to happen, but that is worth watching. Some things that we should talk about today for the most part is really Europe. Europe was reporting some weak economic data. That hasn't happened in a while. Normally, over the last couple of months, Europe has just been reporting better economic data. Today, Europe reporting a little bit weaker economic data, but the markets there are flat. They're not soaring and roaring. They're not up a lot. They're basically flat at the moment. The German DAX, which is the barometer as far as I'm concerned, is up about 0.1%. Make that even a little bit less than that now. So, that's all we can make out of it. Again, the market doesn't seem to be in any sort of panic mode or anything of that nature, and we'll just take it at that. We'll just take it in stride. Jobless claims were just released. Weekly initial jobless claims. It looks like the number for the week came in at just below 300,000. I don't know how much we can make out of jobless claims, but in any case, I think it was 292,000 jobless claims for the week. That's much lower, 31,000 lower than last week. So that's a big positive for the market. I don't know if that's going to be a positive for the people thinking that QE tapering isn't coming next week. So that's the big wild card. I think tapering is going to happen personally. That's where I stand on it. How much tapering does the Federal Reserve do? I don't know. I suppose 15 billion or something like that. But either way, you slice it or dice it. Just bond yields being as high as they are telling us that a tapering is in the cards, and we should all expect it. I don't think it's going to be huge, but I do think that next week tapering will happen. Looking at the jobless claims number today, that also just adds more towards a taper taking place than not taking place. So that's how you're going to look at it, in my opinion. Looking at a few other things here, we have some stocks in the news today. One is Lululemon. Stock is getting roasted and toasted. Looks like yoga pants are not in vogue anymore. Decent decline. Looks like the company guided lower. I don't know the specifics there, but I do know one thing. I have levels for a trade. So if you want levels for a trade, come over to the chat room. They'll be posted up at 9 o'clock in the morning. And Lululemon is definitely in play today. We got a couple of other stocks out there that are in play as well. And again, we'll post up the gap levels right around 9 o'clock in the morning in the chat room. Looking at the debate over Syria, it looks like Vladimir Putin put an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal today. I have no idea what he really said, but I'm assuming that he said Assad did not use chemical weapons. People used them, and that's the way it is, and so forth. So again, we'll see how it plays out. The big action overall today is in gold. Gold is getting hammered. Let's take a look at the GLD. You'll see the GLD today is down around 128.90. It closed at 131.70. Spot gold is down about, let me just get the exact quote here, but I'm showing on my charts here, spot gold right now trading lower by 29 points. So spot gold down 29 points to around 13.35 an ounce for gold. That's a big decline. So again, that's over a 2% drop in gold today. Big decline. Copper is also getting hit this morning. That's down about 1.5%. And then you have oil, which is higher today by 82 cents. That's up around 0.75%. So light sweet crude is trading around 108.38 a barrel. If you take a look at the USO today, the USO is catching a little bit of a bid, trading around 38.71 at the moment. So again, oil up, gold down. I don't know how much we can make out of this. The US dollar index is up about 11 cents. It's not all that big of a move for the dollar, but nonetheless, dollar is etching out a little gain this morning. We'll see. That can change lately. Can change a little bit later in the trading session, but that's something you want to watch for. As for Asia last night, it was really a muted session. The big mover in Asia last night was the Bombay Sensex Index. That was down about 1%. So again, watch Indian ADRs. A lot of them are very, very extended, like Tata Motors. That can start to pull back. Right now it's at 2640. But expect a pullback in that equity. It's just had a great move. It needs to consolidate before moving higher. So, watch the Indian ADRs today. They may be due for a little bit of a pullback or a little bit of a pause on the charts. I think they've had really, really sensational moves recently to the upside. Now they may be stalling out a little bit, so you want to be careful there when trading the Indian ADRs. They could be under a little bit of pressure, at least today. We have a couple of other equities that are in the news. I want to talk about Apple real quick. Apple got slammed yesterday. Come over to the chat room. I do got levels for Apple, possible swing level as well. It's not there yet, but again, I'll be releasing that in the chat room. And again, chat room will open up around 9 o'clock in the morning, and you will get the gap plays there. Men's Warehouse is another stock in the news today. I'll have levels for that one. Pandora is in the news today. Pandora looks like they got, I believe, a new CEO, if I'm not mistaken. So the stock is up. I believe they're going to have a new CEO. So we'll watch for that one. That could be in play today as well. But Pandora right now trading at 22.80. The all-time high on this stock was the day it IPO'd at $26. So there will be a lot of resistance up at the $26 level if it does get up there. So that is something to watch for. But Pandora could be a good day trading play. I don't know about a gap play on that one. So we're going to leave it there, short and sweet. I want to wish everybody a great trading day, and we'll see you a little bit later on the charts. Take care, everyone.